Welcome to another video where we'll talk about the new final parts window in version 15.9 of WinBidPro. So the first video talked about grouping and sorting. So now let's talk about filtering. And this is a big improvement in this new grid that we're using in 15.9. You'll notice the filter bar has a bunch of text in it and little funnel icons. It's a little confusing at first, but once you get to know it, I think you'll like it. So we can expand the window like we could before, and we can also expand columns and move them around. And now the program will remember whichever column you resize, and of course the window when it's resized. But let's look at the numeric. So quantity is a numeric column. We can look at the little funnel for that. And there's specific options for filtering numeric fields. So less than, between, is null, things like that. Is null shouldn't apply because we try not to let null values exist in the program, but or even no filter, of course. But so equals would mean, anything that equals, say, 1, it's going to filter my list down to that. And then contains is what a text field would normally have. So if I want equals 1 for quantity and contains D for door, you'll notice this one's a drop down. You really don't type into it. You can type the first letter and it goes to the value in the drop down, but it is something that, let's see, if we expand that, it should do a better job of showing that drop down list. So this is the list of part types based on whatever's visible in the grid, but I can pick different part types to filter by, or I can hit clear filter up here and it clears everything and shows you the entire list. So another huge thing here is you can have so let's look at those filter options for a text field. Basically we can say it does not contain something. So if I want to hide a certain part, like let's say all these GF100 parts, and we'll talk about why there's a negative in the next video, but so GF100, if I type that into this little column here, it's going to hide all the GF100s. You'll notice those are gone now. So I could actually print this and it would show me the way it looks now without the GF100s. And then if I hit clear filter, it goes back. Now there's also a custom filter. So if I hit custom, I can actually pick, it knows I hit custom in the part number column. I can actually pick whether it contains, does not contain. So this is something I could do if I wanted to hide multiple things. So I could say GF100, and then down here I can add another expression that's also part number, and I can say does not contain a different part number. So let's say the FF200. Now if I hit OK, it's going to hide both the G1, whatever it was, GF100 and the FF200. So now I could print it and it's going to just show me what we see here. Same thing goes if I filter by door. It's only going to print what we see here and give you those totals. So the totals, we talked about grouping in the other video. The totals show under the group headings, but they also show on the report when you're filtering at the bottom here. So the filtering is very powerful. You can obviously do multiple filters like we did before. And if I don't want custom anymore, I can just go back to contains. And it's going to remember what value you selected or what option you selected for the filtering in a given column. But it doesn't remember the custom filtering, so keep that in mind. But when I close the window and reopen it, it will remember where I left the filters before. And then again, if I hit clear filter, they're all cleared. So keep your eye on some more videos for the final parts. Thanks.